That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? There's been a lot of talk going around about whenever you hear about a movie having reshoots, people talk about it as it's something to be worried about. The reality is, at one point in Hollywood history, it was the sound of something to be worried about because movies didn't do reshoots. They already spent their budgets. And if you ever heard back in the day of a movie going in for reshoots, that was a sign that there was something very, very, very wrong. But times have changed in the last 15, 20 years or so. Kevin Feige kind of made it the new norm that Marvel films and other high, big tentpole project types of movies will actually plan for, schedule, and budget for reshoots before they even start making a movie now. It's not an uncommon thing. But still, whenever there are words of and reports of reshoots happening, you hear a lot of people start to panic. Well, there have been some stories going around that Superman may have been doing a little bit of reshooting and might do more reshooting, which has gotten some headlines start writing trouble on Krypton and all this kind of stuff, that there's problems with it. Well, James Gunn directly came out and addressed this situation about reshoots and what the scope of those reshoots have been. This is what he had to say. This comes to us via the folks at MovieWeb, who wrote the following. Said James Gunn, we might shoot a couple of little tiny things, the director explained. According to Gunn, Superman's reshoots won't be fixing major problems. Instead, they will be small alterations. All my additional photography is so hard because it's like I used to kind of be against it. It's a pain in the ass to do reshoots. But as time has gone on and I've made more movies, I really like being able to say, you know what? I wish I had a shot of that fist hitting that. And so I do tend to go back and pick that kind of stuff up. So it wouldn't be anything major, but those kinds of things. Again, that comes us from James Gunn, head of DC and the director of the upcoming Superman. This sounds exactly in line with what I had been hearing over the last couple of months, that basically the production on Superman pretty much went flawlessly, that they were always very happy with the dailies. They were always very happy with how the film was turning out. And now, as James Gunn likes to do, he's now just finding little things. And it sounds like that's going to be the scope of it. I probably even think anything that he's talking about has probably already been done at this point. So while, yes, it does look like there are or have been reshoots, it sounds like what he's saying is that the scope is really, really small and it's just little minor details for his own artistic preferences. So again, and even if there were significant reshoots, again, in today's day and age, I don't think that marks anything at all, to be honest. I think it's mostly a nothing burger, but now we do know what the scope of this is. So listen, I'll tell you what, I think the hype and the buzz surrounding this Superman movie right now are at an all-time high. I don't see them getting diminished anytime soon. Like, Jonathan, for you, like, where's your anticipation level right now for Superman? Has it been getting built up? Has it always been high? Has it always been low? I don't know. How you feeling about it right now?
You know what's funny is my anticipation more is based around the fact that James Gunn is doing it more than it's just the character itself. So for me, I'm just really excited to see what James Gunn is going to give us, because I'm just a huge fan of his work, but I'm a fan of his writing as well. And how he develops his characters. And I mean, these are kind of nerdy things, but the pacing of his films and TV shows, the heart behind it. I was certainly not excited for, something like the Suicide Squad, and I loved it. It was literally one of my favorite DCEU films. So I have a lot of anticipation here. I do want to see how he kicks off the DCU now. I'm not so worried about these shots. For one thing, it sounds like it's just a lot of pickups or maybe even like B-roll that they didn't have. Maybe second unit things that he wanted coverage for. Sounds like they're just trying to get more coverage. This isn't going to be like, oh, we have to reshoot this because the script was so cheesy, it didn't work. One of the things that we're seeing again, and especially with superhero films that are coming out, superhero film has terrible test screening. Everyone comes out screaming and crying and saying it's awful. Well,
and it's all bullshit. Whenever you hear those reports, it's all
I
fake.
think these reshoots had something to do with James Gunn coming around to giving Superman an Iron Man suit.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think he's getting some Wakandan tech.
I showed a quick cut of it to my friend Kevin Feige. He said, "You know what this needs? An Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Throw that metal armor on Superman. That's
Well,
what that's
they'll
what
have
make him
their
cool
kind of
with the
their own
kids.
kind of Stark in this world, right? With you know.
Yep, with
I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Terrific,
man, look
Yeah.
at that.
who's supposed to be their resident genius. So
He needs terrific tech, is what he needs.
needs terrific tech. That's what he needs, his own T-spheres.
We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, NordVPN. All right, let's be real. There's nothing worse than wanting to stream your favorite show or watch a live game only to find out it's blocked in your country. But guess what? With NordVPN, that is never a problem. With just one click, you can switch your virtual location and access content from anywhere in the world. I have loved using NordVPN. Whether I'm traveling and using public Wi-Fi or just shopping online, NordVPN keeps my personal info safe and private. By switching my location, I can even save money on flights, hotels, and subscriptions. It's like a cheat code for getting the best deals. NordVPN is the fastest VPN in the world, so there's no buffering when I'm streaming. Plus, their threat protection feature blocks malware, trackers, and phishing attempts, keeping my devices safe 24/7. And with just one account, I can protect up to 10 devices, so my whole setup is covered. So to get the best discount on your NordVPN plan, head to nordvpn.com/John Campea, and our link will even give you 4 extra months for free on the 2-year plan. Plus, there's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Links in the description. Check it out now.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? James Gunn's directly now addressing the talk about reshoots on Superman and what the scope of it actually is. And it sounds like he's saying it's going to be like minor little details just to make certain shots tighter. What do you think about it? And where is your anticipation level like right now for Superman? I cannot wait. I still believe we're going to get a screening of it at CinemaCon. Again, I don't know that. Don't report that because I don't know at all that that's true. But I'm just saying that's my gut. Anyway, whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.